Hi guys, in this episode we're going to be taking a look at the traction engines at Toddington station on the Gloucestershire Warwickshire Railway. If you are interested in traction engines, then it's worth you checking out the playlist up there, which shows the build so far of a 4.5 inch barrel. Make sure you watch the end of this episode to see me drive a miniature barrel, much like the one we're building, as well as a full-size Wallace traction engine. At the very end I'll also have a link to the full video on the Cotswolds Festival of Steam, which is the event we've seen these traction engines at. The first engine we then seen was this little Tusker Showman's called Little Jim 2. As this is a Showman's, you obviously have the dynamo and all the lights stuck to the canopy, but you can see there it's not like rows of lights on the side, there's just a couple in the middle, which is quite interesting. The nice thing about this engine is not too small or too big. Next up we then have a 4-inch scale single cylinder barrel built from the steam traction wheel kits. As well as then the roller version, which again single cylinder barrel roller built from the steam traction wheel kits. Here's then a Wallace traction engine, just ticking over nicely. This is one of the engines that I will drive later in the video, but first we're going to go look at some other engines before that. This is a 6-inch scale replica of an 1895 Westinghouse American farm engine. Definitely a unique engine to see, and you don't see many others like it. As you can see, it's then also got a belt driving a saw. I believe what the originals were meant to do was just sit in a field with a belt attached to whatever needed running. Here we can then see an Aveling and Porter road loco in a military livery, just getting ready to go. As well as the road loco, he also has a living van, which you can see here. Steam on the Road was also there with his new 6-inch McLaren road locomotive. As you can see, his safety valves have a small fault as they're lifting too early, that's why they're lifting right now. It's a very nice engine though. This is now the main section of this video, where I drive this miniature barrel as well as a full-size Wallace.
Take it easy now.
Whilst I'm driving, I'm going to talk about the engine here, but before that, thanks to Colin for actually letting me drive it. And this is a 4-inch barrel single compound, which is believed to be built to the Livesteam models, drawings and castings. This engine was bought as a pair, although the other one was not here at this event. You can see here just a little portion of how much of power the engine has. When you do get the regulator in just the right spot, the engine does idle very nicely, going at a nice speed. Although it's still very bumpy if you go over a bump, as the rear has no suspension and the front hardly has any.
Right, I see. Practice makes perfect. Yeah. Just outside.
This is my first time on the regulator, as I've only ever steered one other miniature, and one full-size engine, and I don't think I did bad, although you can see here I can't seem to find the right spot. You can see here I did try and slow it down a little bit, just because the 4-inch barrel from steam traction motor we've seen earlier in the video was coming by. You can now just see it in the background. Here is then like a bit of a driver's eye view, and we're just coming to where we started, so we're going to shut the regulator and put the handbrake on straight away. You can then see the full size Wallace and Stephens Ford Peddler that we're about to drive, just getting ready to go. We're currently just figuring out the route, and we decided that we're going to drive up then reverse back, which means it's my first time reversing a traction engine.
I'm sure those adults realise that his confidence grows very quickly until there's a loud bang. Your face is covered in steam.
You can now see that we're just getting going on Peddler. If you want more information on this engine, then make sure to check out Peddler's page on Facebook. I'll make sure to put a link in the description to it. There's quite a few turns of the steering wheel to get it straight again, as you can see, but now we're just going to get it reversing in a minute. Here we are now going back. This engine was built in 1914 and is just coming to the end of its 10-year check, although it still drives like it's brand new. Now we're just about to go forward again, and in a minute you'll see one of the disadvantages of having a single cylinder. Maybe the double crank compound would have been smoother, although I'm not 100% sure of that. Now picking up some speed, you can see we're just going to go to the right hand side of the barrel roller and try and do a 180 degree to the right there. I wasn't 100% sure if we'd make it, but they seemed quite confident, so we gave it a go. You can see he's trying to get close to the barrel roller, but trying my best not to hit it. The engine was slowed right down to make this corner. As you can see, we're just taking over here. was about now when I was straightening it out that I then realised how close my hand was to the flywheel. I had noticed up until now. As we speed up again, you can then see the Merchant Navy class moving in the background. Now again, just coming back to park. Wasn't the straightest parking, but it is quite difficult in all fairness to me. If we reverse back and then come forward again, you could have gone much straighter. Thanks again to Colin and the owner of the engine for letting me drive it, as well as don't forget to check out Pedlar's page, link in the description. And also thankfully the engine did not go bang. After the excitement of driving a full-size engine, we then seen this 4-inch scale Fowler, which has been taken apart as clearly they found fault with it. Next to it was also this 4-inch scale Showman's. I believe this is also built from a steam traction wheel kit. You can see it's very nicely ticking over, looks very smooth. The 4-inch scale barrel was still driving around, as you can see here. Just had some lunch, now we're going to keep looking at traction engines, like this spiral roller. This roller didn't move all day, neither did it look in steam, but it was still warm, so I would have thought it was steamed up yesterday. Next up then is a 4-inch scale single crank compound crane engine. This Fowler roller was in steam, but I didn't see it move all day. Further up the line at Witchcombe, we've seen the Aveling Importer, which we've seen earlier in the video. This must be quite a long road run up to here and back. Although we did literally only just catch it leaving. Here we can then see this beautiful double crank compound barrel engine and its trailer. This one seemed to arrive a bit later on in the day, but it was still here.
Where are you?
Steam on the road had now started driving his 6-inch McLaren, and here you can see it going by. You can now see the Aveling Road locomotive had made it back, although he wasn't staying for long as he was about to leave again, and you can see that now. There was many more traction engines there than we were originally expecting, as well as 2 that I got to drive, so that's always brilliant. I hope you did enjoy the video, and I'll have a link up to the full video of the Gloucestershire Warwickshire Cotswolds Festival Steam there, and another video on the Severn Valley Railway just down there. GoPro stop recording.